Welcome back to another powerful video. So today we are here at Gamholan with their manager Asan Sega. And I'm here with my group members, Lucky Child and Power behind the camera. This is Fatima, the princess of Nice Gambia. So please stay tuned. This Nice Gambia. Subscribe, like, comment and share. But before we go further, before asking him about the business, Lucky, can you please say hi to the people?
Yeah, greetings to friends and family, to the viewers, to everybody. Before we go further, I would love to invite you, in case when you are new to the platform, day to day we have a great man sitting on my left hand side, right, to inspire you the way he beginning the business and where the business it is. So simply the way if you are doing poultry farming or you are working ahead for poultry farming, you can simply dial him, talk to him live and direct. We will drop off his number in the ending of the video. In case if you want to invest into agriculture, you need an advisor, you can simply call him, talk to him live and direct. In case also if you want to build a company or a factory in the Gambia, talk to them live and direct. They begin it in the Gambia here and they get the belief that they can make it in the country with or without going out. So simply the way talk to him live and direct. If also you are having a poultry farm in the Gambia or out there, you can simply call him. He used to come and then make a survey to tell you how to deal with it. So simply the way, before I will let him intro himself, I would love to extend my greetings to my fans there in England, Finland, Netherlands, Holland, Norway, Germany, Sweden, all over the world. As we said, we are working each and every day to change the narrative of Africa, and then we represent the color red, white, blue, white, green for the Gambia, our homeland, for Africa, for the Gambia today, and for Africa tomorrow. We stand to work and pray that all may live in big unity, freedom, peace each and every day. There's justice, guide, and drive our actions towards our brotherhood. You can simply intro yourself to the four corners of the world.
Yeah, thank you, and then thank you for your YouTubers.
Nice
You are
Gambia.
welcome to Gamholan. Yeah, I think this is the second video
Yeah,
that
this is
we
the second
have
video.
with Nice Gambia, and then we really appreciate and then we are grateful for your comment. Yeah, my name is Asan Seka. I am the managing director of Gamholan. Gamholan is a poultry feed company. We do poultry feeding, poultry rearing, and by selling poultry inputs. We also do training and advice for poultry farmers too. In short, that's what we do. We also have a poultry that is in Banyaka, where we do our rearing. Here, where you are now, is the feed mill, where we process the feed and then distribute it to the poultry farmers around the country, and also some poultry farmers outside of the country, like the southern part of the customers. Yeah, they are also a customer to Gamholan. Yeah, thank you.
So can you tell us how do you start it and where the business is?
Yes, the business we started as a poultry. We started a poultry, which is in Banyaka. Yeah, I have a feed processing background. That's what I study, and that's what I was doing. I worked with different companies for a long period of time. And then I have a partner who is the CEO. Her name is Bintu Sose. Yeah, we work together and then we opened a poultry farm in 2010, and then within that poultry farm we develop it to a modern poultry farm. We keep up the poultry farm up to 6,000 capacity, and feed become a problem to, like it happens to all the industry. Feed is always a problem because we depend our input, poultry input from Senegal, being the old chicks, being feed, being other things. So, and then when there is a problem in Senegal or around the borders or, at the ferry service, it's always a problem for us to have a feed, sufficient feed in the Gambia. So it become very difficult for us to have a feed. So we decided to buy the feed, to produce the feed for ourselves. And then since we started, we end up knowing that the problem is not only from us, but all the other farmers also are facing the same issue. So farmers start coming to ask for the feed, and then we start selling it to them. That's how we transform it to a factory.
To a factory.
Yeah, so that's how we started the factory, and with the belief that every country needs an industry, and without industry you cannot build a country.
Country, yeah.
You cannot build a vibrant poultry industry without processing the feed or buying all the input outside. Then it cannot be possible, or you cannot be where you want to be. So that's why we are doing all the sacrifices to make sure we have our own inputs locally in the Gambia. I think we have a capacity of inputs that we need in the Gambia. We have been hatchery, been feed processing plant, because we have around 5 processing plants, feed processing plants now in the Gambia.
Wow.
Yeah, we started it, but we see that a lot of people are doing it now because they see that Gamholan is getting successful. So they know, if they start it, it will be also successful.
Successful.
Yeah, so that's why, we are now into it. So we think with the help of Gambians and then the local poultry farmers also, we will able to build a vibrant industry that we wanted for ourselves locally in the Gambia.
Wow. So what does Gamholan stand for?
Gamholan, actually we have lot of friends in Holland that are also helping directly and indirectly to the company, and also myself, I have made series of training in Holland. In Holland, and then there are 20% input that we buy from Holland, and then that we buy from Havens, and with Havens, we are using their brand name, which is called Gamholan, within locally made Gambian and Holland material together, and then we are still buying those input from Holland, and then it is coming. That's those yellow bags you see inside the factory. We are buying them from Holland, from a company called Havens. That's why the company is called Gamholan Haven Feed. It's a combination of low materials from Holland and then local materials from the Gambia, processed together and then we resell. And that's why it is called Gamholan. And then they are also helping in terms of technical aspect of the product, to make sure that the product is quality assurance and all those things, because we are sending our samples to Holland for them to do the laboratory tests and then do all the further advices that is needed for the product. So we are directly linked with a lot of technicians with Holland and all those things. That's why it's called Gamholan. Because if you talk of poultry, I think Holland gets the lead around the world in terms of poultry. So they inspire us, and then we think working with them will help us, to improve both in terms of quality and also in terms of capacity. And then that's what we are doing now.
Wow. So can you share this idea with us, Nice Gambia, and the subscribers, the viewers out there? You in the first video, you told us that you travel to other countries outside of the Gambia, and then also you travel to Holland, Germany. So can you share this idea with us? Because you can stay there, you work there. Why the reason you come back to Gambia, invest in the Gambia, doing it in the Gambia?
Yeah, we all have access to travel. Right now, my partner is not around. He is in Canada. She's in Canada right now. Yeah, but we see that but she's coming back not very soon. She's not there to stay. Yeah, we see that there's a need for us to build an industry in the Gambia, and then with that industry, then we will not continue exporting jobs. You can export job by importing all what you need. So when we want to stay in the Gambia, we have to make sure that all the jobs are in the Gambia, and then we are doing it by ourselves, and then we will not have access to go out. What we are looking outside is money. If we can make money in the Gambia, it's not necessary for us to go outside to look for money. So that's just an advice that if we want to build a country, you have to build the people first. How can we build people? By creating an industry where people will be having access to employment, and also not employment, but they can have a good salary that they can sustain themselves.
Themselves.
Yeah, if people could make money in their own country, why are they going out?
Yeah.
Because the hustle and then the thing is too much outside, and then I think if people see the need to stay, they will stay.
They will
People
stay.
don't want to just go outside just like that, because they see they have no other option. They have no further this thing in their country. That's why they are going out. But if they see a need of staying back home and then do their job, they will do it. I'm just urging the government to help local industries, because if we have good local industries locally in the Gambia, and then people work on it, one, they will have money, two, they can able to feed themselves, and then three, and then they will employ others and then empower them. They will not think of risking themselves to go outside of the country and then do it. Even those that have their visas and everything, they will not go. They will stay back
They will
and,
stay,
and do their work. So that's what we are trying to do. Yeah, that's what we are trying to do.
So apart from Senegal, where and where do you have customers?
No, we are really selling locally. We are not selling. We are selling to local farmers. Even the Senegal, the sub-region around the Casamance, Gambia is more suited for them than Dakar. Yeah, so it's better they come here and buy their product than going to Dakar. So most of them are buying the locally, and then they smuggle it too, because the Senegalese people close their poultry industry that you cannot buy certain input and then take it to Senegal. So it's always difficult. But the border between Senegal and the Casamance and then the Gambia is vulnerable, that you can smuggle a lot of things from the Gambia to the southern Casamance.
So what and what do you use to mix and get the feed?
Yeah, we used to mix a lot of ingredients. Yeah, the most vital part of it is the concentrate, which is coming from Holland, and then the 60 to 70% of the product is corn. And that's why you see a lot of corn in the processing place. And then we also have wheat bran, which is locally made in the Gambia, and then we have also what we call calcium, which is the oyster shell. We have what we call the soybean meal. I think that's what the truck is offloading there. Yeah, and other small ingredients that we mix to make sure we have a complete feed.
Wow. So can you tell us how you do deal with your customers? Like if I buy 100 bags, do you do delivery?
Yeah, we have a truck. I think you see it outside, that we used to do the delivery. If you buy 30 or more bags, we will do a delivery for you within the Greater Banjul area for free of charge. And then we also visit our farm, our customers, at least once in a month. And then if they have a complaint also, we go to them and then see what is the problem, and then see how best we can help them in terms of technical advice. Yeah.
So if somebody or someone in here out there want to make a joint business, like a joining hand for poultry farming, and then also invest in the company, are you ready for that?
Yeah, of course, we are ready for that. We want to grow, and if you want to grow, you are not reluctant to whatever you want to do. You want to expand. If you want to expand, you need a helping hand, and then other people that will invest. Yeah, and then these are source of a motivation that we want people to invest, and if they don't know where to invest, I think the poultry industry is a good place to invest.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many bags do you process a day?
Yeah, we are processing around 300 bags per day, but we have a capacity to process 900 bags every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you do produce only chicken's feed, or?
Yeah, for now we are only into chicken feed.
Only chicken feed.
Yeah, all the chicken feed. We either broilers or layers. We are into process of both.
So can you tell us how proud you are to be a Gambian, how proud you are to be an African?
Yeah, I'm a born Africanist.
Yeah.
I'm also a nationalist.
Yeah.
So what I want is Gambia first. That's what we are all yearning for, because we know we have to build our country, and by building our country, it has to start somewhere. And by starting somewhere, I think this is a basis. Egg, And poultry meat, they are the most cheapest nutrition that we can ever make for ourselves. So here is the basic. We have to feed ourselves first before we think of something else. And in poultry, there's a lot of potential if we are helped by the authorities. Yeah, in terms of poultry, you can create a lot of job in it. You have what we call fish meal. We have a big river that we can fish the fish meal. That can create an industry. You can have machines that will be processing the fish meal and all those things. That it alone is at its own industry, and it is really needed by the poultry industry. The oyster shell. If you go to all the mangrove areas, you see a lot of oyster shell around Saro, Abuka, and all those things. It's an industry that one could tap, but it's there, unused. If you go to the maize production, right now people are complaining about groundnut. Today, maize is 60 to 70% of poultry input, of the feed input. So if we can also tap, it's an industry to tap, to make sure we grow maize and then reuse it by ourselves. Talk of the birds and other industries that you can build along the poultry value chain. Yeah, so logistic, marketing, and lot more that you can do in it. If poultry was handled with very good care, I think 70% of our youths could at least engage in poultry, and then they can earn money from it.
For me?
Yeah.
So how many people do you employ here?
You have around 20.
So I don't employ more.
Yeah, because we are looking forward to grow, and then when we grow, we need more people.
I working ahead to build more factories or companies across West Africa.
Yeah, that's our dream. That's what we want. But for now, here is where we are.
So the investors out there, because we know a lot of people are out there. They want to invest in Africa, but they don't know exactly what they will do. So exactly, here is the right person, the right partner.
I think this is a big potential to do or to have, because if you see, apart from Senegal, there are a lot of African countries that have, that lag behind in terms of poultry industry. If you see countries like Liberia, Sierra Leone, and all those places, they are good, places that can have the opportunity to have such an industry. Yeah, so I think those want to invest in Africa. Poultry is really the way.
Poultry itself is part of agriculture.
Yes.
And agriculture is the backbone of Africa. And agriculture is the only way to change the narrative of Africa. What I mean by to change the narrative of Africa, what BBC and CNN they so out in their platform on their channel is all about hungry children, violence and crime, pushing, and so that narrative that we want to change to show that we can make it in Africa. Africa is beautiful, Africa is nice, Africa is sweet, African people, we are one, and Africa, we are one nation. So what kind of advice yourself do you have for African brothers who live in diaspora for 20, 30 years, they never invest in Africa, they never come back to home? What kind of advice do you have for them to repatriate to Africa, invest in the modern?
No, I will not blame those that are there and they're not investing, because it's very difficult also. I think we need to have real visionary leaders. We need to have good governance, and who will at least took their people first. If you see Europe are producing more than what they are eating, it's because they are helped by the government that are surrounding them. They are held, subsidized, protected, and do a lot of things for them to be able to be where they want to be. But in Africa, it's always difficult for you to invest and then this thing, because it's a dump. Africa is a dumping area where all the excess food or anything that is around the world is at the end dumped into Africa.
Africa, yes, second-hand clothes and stuff.
Exactly. Everything is, we are not thinking how to produce for ourselves. Look at right now, the poultry industry is suffering.
Yeah.
People could not sell their eggs because of the imported eggs.
Yeah.
And then a lot of farmers will go out of the market.
We are facing that challenge right now because
Yes.
we are having more than 300 crates. We are feeding them every day.
Yes.
But right now, this.
Where the problem will end at is from the feed millers. Because if you come to a feed mill, you have been buying from a feed mill for a long period of time, and then you have eggs, you cannot sell it. You come to a feed mill and say, oh, sorry, my birds are suffering and I get my eggs, but I could not sell them.
Yeah.
So what could I do? I cannot deny you for feed. I will give it to you, and it will be a loan to me from me to between me and you. So at the end of the day, we will all suffer the same issues. And I think sitting one day and say we are going to ban the importation will be a childish thought. But I think what we can do is time like this that people could not able to sell their eggs, you make a break even with the importation, so that the local farmers will be able to sell their eggs. So that they will not go out of the market, and then they will able to reinvest again.
Yeah.
But people are afraid to increase their capacity because they know if a time like this come, at the end of the day you cannot able to sell the numbers that you have.
Yes.
At the end of the day it will discourage you, and then and then while we import, we are exporting jobs because you are developing other countries. We are giving them our money. We are buying their product. They are increasing their capacity, employing more people, developing themselves, increasing their economy. And also the other part that we have is we always ask for foreign currency exchange rate, which is always depreciating the currency that we have.
Yeah.
The economy is going down. At the end of the day, we are always looking for foreign currency. If you want 20,000 euro today, you have to go through all over the Gambia to look for just 20,000 euro because everybody is in need of it. CFA also the same thing. That's why the foreign currency exchange rate has no control now, because all what we are eating, all what we are, the clothes that we wear, anything that we want is been imported. Even the fruit and the vegetable that we are eating, it's been imported. Yeah. And that's really is not encourageable. Exactly. So what we need now is to see how best we can produce, and when we produce, how best we can protect what we produce, and then able to resell it, and then encourage those that are working in that in that sector to make sure they excel, and then it will attract other people. They will be investing until there will come a time we will be competing among ourselves. Yes. But right now we are not competing among ourselves. Our common enemy is the importation, which is very bad, and then it is discouraging a lot of youth. I know young people that already invest in poultry and now they have been discouraged. Some of them want to just resell what they have, and then what they will do again. They will just go and pay few money to this boats and all those things, try to jungle up the back way again, which is very difficult for us. In Africa, we have natural resources, we have the sun, we have the river, we have lot of things, but it's not been tapped and it's not been utilized, in a manner that will benefit us. Yeah, I think it's real time now. We have leaders who will at least see the best way to at least develop, use those natural resources to make sure it benefit Africa. If you go to the sector of the electricity, look at now, we are all using generators. Look at the sun. We have excess sun that we cannot finish. Yeah. So why are you using generator? And then the generator is imported, the fuel is imported, and then everything is imported, and then it's all bought by the state. It
seems like our economy is going outside.
All what we work for is going outside, and the economy and everything. At the end of the day, when we want, we go and borrow. I think what we need is a sustainable industry.
Yeah.
The natural resources that we have, we tap it very well that it could able to benefit the citizens that are around the country. Yeah, so if we do that, people will try to stay in their country and work in their country, and then also earn their living in their country, even be billionaires, millionaires in their country.
Yeah.
That's what we want, and that's what we are all yearning for. And that we think it can happen. It can happen in a sense that we have, people who are group of people looking in the same direction.
Same direction,
Yeah. If we are all going in one direction, then it will be easy for us to achieve what we are looking for. But if we are going in different direction, it's always difficult to achieve what you want.
What you want.
Yeah.
So the cameraman is signaling alerting like the time is done. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna drop the number right here. Simply call him, talk to him live and direct. He's the best in the Gambia. He lead and others follow. The first company in the Gambia. So investors, whoever want to invest, is the right person to contact. Is the number one in the Gambia. Talk to him live and direct. Close the video.
So this is the end of the video, and we have heard what the manager said about poultry farm. And if you are ready to join hands with him, you are highly welcome.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
Hassan.
Yeah, thank you.